Have you ever felt like your body's internal compass is, well, completely broken? We hear this from so many listeners, like Sarah, who told us she felt she was doing everything right, hitting the gym, meal prepping,
Mm-hmm.
but still battling relentless fatigue, those just impossible cravings and stubborn weight. What if, like Sarah, the problem isn't really about willpower, but maybe a deeper, often silent issue that's sabotaging your every effort?
It's a really common frustration.
Yeah, so today we're taking a deep dive into two interconnected, often misunderstood forces behind weight and overall well-being. That frustrating yo-yo effect and something called metabolic dysfunction.
And here's the crucial link we're digging into, how hormones act as the sort of master conductors orchestrating both of these things.
Exactly. Our mission for this deep dive is to pull back the curtain on exactly what these issues are, why they're so common, and most importantly, provide a powerful, actionable blueprint.
Yeah, and this isn't just about weight loss, is it?
No, not at all. It's about recalibrating your body to restore that metabolic and hormonal balance, helping you reclaim your energy, master your weight, and, transform your health from the inside out. We'll be pulling insights from some pretty comprehensive research on hormone balance and metabolic reset strategies.
And it's really important to remember as we navigate this powerful information that this deep dive is for general knowledge and understanding. It provides valuable educational insights for sure.
Right.
But if you suspect you have specific health conditions, perhaps metabolic syndrome or diabetes, consulting with a qualified healthcare professional for personalized medical advice is always, always the crucial next step.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's unpack this common frustration first. That cycle where you dedicate yourself, you see some progress only to gain it all back and, often more. It's what we call the yo-yo effect. And it's just a deeply frustrating experience for so many people like Sarah who feel like they're completely caught in this loop.
That's right. And the yo-yo effect isn't just about, a lack of discipline. It's the body's powerful, sometimes protective response that unfortunately triggers weight regain after a period of, say, restrictive dieting.
Protective. How so?
Well, it's a complex interplay of physiological signals and hormone changes. They're designed to bring your body back to what it perceives as its baseline, its set point, even if that baseline isn't what you actually want it to be.
Okay, so how does that actually work? What are the mechanics?
It often begins with significant calorie or maybe more commonly carbohydrate restriction. When you cut back drastically for weight loss, your blood sugar can drop, sometimes too much.
Right.
In response, your body, trying to find quick fuel, doesn't just tap into fat stores initially. It starts breaking down precious muscle for energy.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting then. When the body goes into that restrictive mode, it's not just about feeling hungry, is it? It sounds like there's a powerful physiological feedback loop happening, particularly around how muscle gets impacted.
Absolutely. Could you elaborate on how that cycle truly intensifies the cravings and makes weight regain almost inevitable?
Yeah, I mean, because your body is literally breaking down muscle for fuel and your blood sugar has plummeted, your brain sends out these intense signals. Think of it like a screaming alarm for quick energy.
Right. Survival mode.
Exactly. This manifests as overwhelming hunger and really intense cravings, especially for those fast carbohydrates.
Makes sense.
So naturally, people then eat more, often reintroducing those quick carbs, which causes blood sugar to spike really suddenly.
And that triggers a cascading effect, right?
Yeah, the body not only gains weight, but aggressively increases fat storage. It perceives a period of starvation followed by abundance, so it wants to prepare for the next famine, so to speak.
To really grasp this, maybe we need to briefly touch on nutrient storage.
Got it, yeah.
So carbs break down into glucose, proteins into amino acids, fats into glycerol, and fatty acids.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Glucose is mainly stored as glycogen, about 400 grams in muscle, maybe 100 grams in the liver. But here's a crucial detail, one that often surprises people. 1 gram of glycogen actually holds onto 4 grams of water.
Wow, 4 grams.
Yeah. And this explains why those initial few pounds lost on low-carb diets seem so rapid. You're losing a lot of water weight as your body uses up its glycogen stores, not just fat initially.
That makes so much sense.
And then when glucose is in excess, when your body can't use it right away or store it as glycogen, that's when it gets efficiently converted and stored as fat.
Yeah.
Your body's smart, designed for survival.
But in our modern world.
Exactly. In our modern context, this process, lipogenesis, can become overactive, constantly building fat stores even when we don't really need them.
So the principle then to avoid this yo-yo trap is stabilizing blood sugar.
That's the core principle, yes.
Yeah.
When you consume too much energy or too many carbs, your blood sugar increases, and that signals the body to actively create fat. But here's the game changer. If your blood sugar is stable, your body effectively burns fat. It protects that precious muscle mass, significantly reduces cravings, and boosts your energy levels.
And the flip side.
Conversely, if you skip meals, drastically restrict energy or carbs, or even exercise intensely on an empty stomach, your blood sugar drops. This causes your body to burn muscle, hold on to fat, decrease energy, and ramp up cravings.
Which raises an important question. How do we achieve that stable blood sugar?
Exactly.
And that's really where the concept of metabolic dysfunction comes into play, isn't it? Because if blood sugar stability is the key to unlocking that yo-yo cycle, then our body's entire engine, our metabolism, has to be running optimally.
That's a perfect analogy.
Can you walk us through what that engine should feel like when it's firing on all cylinders, and then, well, what happens when it's not?
Absolutely. Think of your metabolism as your body's incredibly intricate engine. When it's healthy, it's efficient. It converts food into fuel, builds and repairs tissues, disposes of waste. It just works smoothly. But with metabolic dysfunction, this powerful engine sputters, it misfires, it becomes inefficient. It's essentially when your body's ability to regulate key processes, like insulin and blood sugar, manage inflammation, process fats becomes impaired.
And it's not just one thing.
No, it's not a single disease. It's more like a cluster of interconnected conditions that often lead to more serious health issues down the line. Type 2 diabetes, heart disease, fatty liver disease, and of course, obesity itself is deeply linked.
So what's the root cause, usually?
The core of this problem often begins with insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is like, imagine your cells have built a wall against insulin. Insulin is the hormone, the key, designed to unlock your cells and let sugar in for fuel.
Right.
But if the lock on a cell door is rusty or jammed, the key just can't turn effectively. So all that sugar stays locked out in your bloodstream instead of being used for energy.
And the body tries to compensate.
Exactly. Your pancreas then has to work harder and harder, overproducing insulin, trying to force those locks open, which unfortunately leads to a whole host of downstream problems.
It sounds like a vicious cycle.
It really is. You struggle to use glucose for energy, so
Yeah.
your body stores more fat, especially that dangerous visceral fat around your organs, and inflammation levels rise, which further damages your metabolic engine. It feeds itself.
So if our metabolism is this complex engine, how do we even begin to recognize when it's sputtering? Are there subtle, maybe early warning signs that people often miss, beyond just obvious weight gain, signs that the engine needs a tune-up before it, completely breaks down?
That's a great question because, many of these signs are often just dismissed as getting older or, oh, I'm just tired.
Right.
One of the most common, as you mentioned, is that stubborn weight gain, especially around the belly. Visceral fat isn't just cosmetic, it's metabolically active. It secretes inflammatory compounds that actually worsen insulin resistance.
Okay, so belly fat is a big one. What else?
Then there are those persistent cravings, particularly for sugar and carbs. And again, this isn't just willpower failing you. It's your cells literally starving for energy because glucose can't get in properly. So they send urgent signals to your brain for quick fuel, creating that miserable craving and crashing cycle Sarah described earlier.
That makes sense.
You might also feel chronic fatigue and low energy, even after what feels like a full night's sleep, simply because your cells aren't efficiently converting food to usable energy.
And brain fog. I hear that a lot.
Brain fog and poor concentration, incredibly common. Your brain needs a stable, consistent supply of glucose to function well. Blood sugar fluctuations directly impact mental clarity. It's not just in your head.
What about things like blood pressure?
High blood pressure and high cholesterol. Those are classic markers of metabolic syndrome, often appearing right alongside insulin resistance.
Okay.
And finally, disrupted sleep itself is a major red flag. Blood sugar imbalances can significantly mess with the quality and depth of your sleep.
And poor sleep makes everything worse.
Exactly. Which in turn further disrupts metabolic function, creating yet another insidious vicious cycle. It all connects.
It's fascinating how interconnected all these symptoms really are. So if our metabolism is the engine, then hormones, They're truly the master conductors, right? Constantly sending signals all through the body.
Precisely.
Can you shed some light on what these powerful messengers are and how they wield such huge influence over our weight and well-being?
Yeah, hormones are those powerful chemical messengers. They're released into your bloodstream by specialized endocrine glands.
Oh, okay.
And they travel to target organs and tissues to regulate, well, virtually everything in your body. We're talking growth, metabolism, energy use, reproduction, adaptation to environment, mood, cognition, even fluid balance.
Wow.
But when it comes to weight and metabolic health, a few key hormones really take center stage.
Like which ones?
Okay, first there's insulin, produced by the pancreas. Its main role, storing energy. When insulin is high, it actively promotes fat storage and it inhibits fat breakdown. It truly is your body's primary fat-storing hormone.
Got it. Insulin equals fat storage.
Then we have thyroid hormones from the thyroid gland. They basically set your body's metabolic pace, like a thermostat. Too much hyperthyroidism means a super fast metabolism, often weight loss. Too little hypothyroidism means a sluggish metabolism and usually weight gain.
Okay, thyroid sets the speed.
Then cortisol, made in your adrenal glands. That's your stress hormone. Essential for acute stress, like running from a bear.
Right.
But chronically high cortisol from ongoing stress leads to accumulation of that stubborn abdominal fat and, unfortunately, drives intense cravings for calorie-dense, sugary, and fatty foods. Comfort foods.
Ah, the stress belly connection.
Exactly. Then estrogen, produced in ovaries, adrenals, testes, even fat cells. It's also crucial for metabolism. Imbalances too high or too low can cause weight gain. This is why declining estrogen in menopausal women and also in older men often correlates with increased abdominal fat.
Interesting. Affects men too.
Yes. And finally, testosterone, produced in testes, adrenals, and ovaries. It's vital for burning fat, building and maintaining muscle mass, and boosting energy levels. Low levels can contribute to weight gain and fatigue.
It's truly illuminating how obesity itself doesn't just result from hormone imbalances, but it seems like it can also actively disrupt these very hormones, creating a self-perpetuating problem.
That's a critical point, yeah. It highlights the complexity. Let's look at two key players, ghrelin and leptin.
Okay, the hunger and fullness hormones.
Exactly. Ghrelin is often called the hunger hormone because it signals your brain when you need to eat. Now, in obese individuals, research shows ghrelin only shows a slight decrease after meals.
Meaning
They don't feel that strong sense of satiety or fullness that a non-obese person might. So they remain primed to eat again sooner. The off switch is weak.
Okay, so they don't feel full as easily. What about leptin?
Then there's leptin resistance. Leptin is your satiety hormone. It tells your brain, hey, we have enough energy stored, you can stop eating now. But in obesity, a protein called CRP reactive protein, often elevated in chronic inflammation, actually binds to leptin. It physically prevents it from crossing the blood-brain barrier effectively.
So the message doesn't get through.
Exactly. Your brain isn't receiving the I'm full signal even when your body has plenty of energy stored. This leads to increased hunger and cravings.
Wow. And you mentioned insulin earlier.
Yes. What's even more fascinating, or maybe frustrating, is that obese individuals often develop insulin resistance, which we already discussed. This high insulin level actually further impedes those crucial leptin signals getting to the brain.
So it's like a double whammy.
It really is.
Yeah.
Your body can't properly recognize fullness and it constantly feels hungry. It's a tough biological loop to break.
It's incredible how intertwined our emotional state is with our physical well-being. I mean, who hasn't had that experience of a super stressful week and suddenly all you crave are those sugary, fatty comfort foods?
Oh, absolutely.
It really puts a new light on stress eating, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just a lack of willpower. It feels like our hormones are driving that car.
Absolutely. And this leads us directly to the common lifestyle factors that constantly undermine our hormone balance, often without us even realizing the depth of the impact. Lack of sleep, for instance, is just a metabolic nightmare.
How bad is it?
Even just one night of poor sleep can significantly impact hormone balance. Research suggests it can decrease your leptin sensitivity by a shocking 16%. Increase ghrelin by 15%, boost cortisol by a staggering 40%, and significantly decrease insulin sensitivity by 16%.
Wow, from just one bad night.
Yeah. So it's not just about feeling tired. It's actively making your body more resistant to fat burning and more prone to storing it.
And stress. You mentioned cortisol.
Prolonged stress isn't just a feeling, it's a metabolic wrecker. When stress becomes chronic, your body is constantly pumping out cortisol.
Right.
This isn't just about feeling stressed out. Cortisol directly signals your liver to dump more sugar into your bloodstream. Over time, your cells start ignoring insulin's repeated calls, leading to insulin resistance.
And the cravings again.
And it amps up your desire for those calorie-dense comfort foods, creating a perfect storm for fat storage, particularly that stubborn belly fat we talked about, which then further fuels inflammation and disrupts leptin. It's a really vicious circle.
Okay, so sleep and stress are huge. What about food itself?
And of course, the very foods we choose play a massive role. Highly processed foods, specifically those high in fat, sugar, and salt, they activate the pleasure centers in our brain in a way that drives addictive cravings.
It's biological, not just psychological.
It's a powerful biological drive, yeah, not just a matter of wanting it.
So a high-sugar diet isn't just adding empty calories, it's directly hitting those hormonal signals we just discussed.
Precisely. A high-sugar diet directly leads to higher insulin levels, and as we established, insulin is a primary fat-storing hormone. This constant elevation creates a cycle of increased fat storage, increased cravings, and further metabolic dysfunction. It's a cascading effect that fundamentally reprograms your body's engine over time.
Okay, so it sounds kind of bleak, but the point here isn't doom and gloom. The goal is not about strict dieting or deprivation, right? It's about re-educating your body, getting it to work for you naturally.
Exactly.
It's about restoring that underlying metabolic and hormonal balance. So where do we start?
That's the core message. Our deep dive revealed several key strategies. First, prioritize protein and fiber at every meal.
Okay, protein and fiber, why those specifically?
They are absolutely crucial for metabolic health. They're highly satiating, so they keep you feeling full longer, and they fundamentally stabilize blood sugar. Fiber, especially from vegetables, acts like a speed bump, slowing down how quickly glucose enters your bloodstream.
So smaller meals more often.
Aim for small, balanced meals. Roughly 3-4 hours apart seems to work well for many. And a truly powerful nugget from the research. Consume good protein. Think eggs, fish, chicken, nuts, legumes in all your meals, including snacks. Don't skimp.
Even snacks.
Yes. And another key finding, try to eat a protein-rich breakfast, particularly within that first hour of waking. Studies show it doesn't just stabilize your blood sugar for the morning, but can actually set your metabolic rhythm for the entire day, optimizing insulin sensitivity for later meals.
Wow, okay. Breakfast timing matters. And dinner.
And try to have your last meal at least 3 hours before going to sleep. This gives your body ample time to digest before the overnight repair processes kick in.
Okay, strategy 1. Protein and fiber focus. Timing matters.
What's next? Strategy 2. Move your body regularly. This is your ultimate insulin sensitivity hack. It's not just about burning calories.
Right, you mentioned muscles acting like sponges.
Exactly. Exercise, especially a good combination of strength training and cardio, is highly effective for improving insulin sensitivity because your muscles actively pull sugar out of your bloodstream to use for fuel. They literally act like glucose sponges.
How much exercise are we talking about?
The general guidelines suggest aiming for 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week, or 75 to 150 minutes of high intensity.
Okay.
And a practical tip. When you're increasing your activity, try to boost intensity, duration, or frequency by less than 10% per week. This helps avoid injury and burnout, making it sustainable.
And it's not just about hitting the gym, right? Our sources emphasize that even small movements add up significantly.
Absolutely. Remember to try and move for at least 5 minutes after every 30 minutes of sitting. Just getting up and walking around.
Break up that sitting time.
Yes. And gradually increase your daily activity, maybe aiming for 6,000 to 10,000 steps per day. Doesn't have to be all at once.
And I loved this nugget. Even a gentle 10 to 15-minute walk after meals can significantly help stabilize your blood sugar.
It really can. It helps your body utilize that glucose you just consumed. Simple, but effective.
Okay, number 3.
Third, optimize your sleep. We talked about how bad poor sleep is. Good sleep is truly your overnight metabolic reset.
Aiming for.
Aim for 7 to 9 hours of consistent, quality, deep sleep per night. Consistency is key here.
How do we actually achieve that?
Well, create a comfortable sleep environment. Make it dark, quiet, cool temperature, good mattress and pillow. The basics matter.
Right.
Also, avoid eating and drinking, especially sugary items, caffeine, alcohol, fizzy drinks for at least 4 hours before sleep if possible. Digestion takes energy.
And screens.
Try to follow your natural circadian rhythm, consistent bedtimes and wake times. And yes, limit electronic device use before bed. That blue light really messes with melatonin production.
Okay, sleep hygiene is crucial. What's number 4?
Fourth, manage chronic stress to calm your cortisol. As we discussed, chronic stress elevates cortisol, which directly disrupts blood sugar and promotes fat storage. You have to actively manage it.
Like meditation.
Integrate daily stress reduction practices. That could be meditation, deep breathing exercises, journaling, whatever works for you. Small, consistent actions make a big difference over time.
What else helps with stress?
Walk more, especially in nature if you can. Set realistic expectations for yourself and for others. Don't overcommit. Actively seek support from positive people in your life.
And dealing with the source.
Yes, try to identify the actual source of your stress and, where possible, work to address it. Cultivate harmonious relationships that nourish you rather than drain you. That's huge.
Makes sense. Number 5.
Fifth, stay hydrated. Simple but fundamental. Water is the metabolic lubricant, essential for literally all metabolic processes.
Oh, so.
It transports nutrients into your cells, flushes waste products out, and research even suggests it can temporarily boost your metabolism slightly. So, drink ample water throughout the day. It's a simple but powerful habit.
Easy enough. Number 6.
Sixth, strategically use healthy fats. Don't fear fat, but choose wisely. While calorie-dense, healthy fats from sources like avocado, olive oil, nuts, and seeds contribute significantly to satiety, feeling full, and are vital for hormone production and health.
And they help with blood sugar.
Yes, they also play a crucial role in slowing down carbohydrate absorption, which helps to stabilize blood sugar. Just be really sure to strictly avoid processed vegetable oils and trans fats. Those are inflammatory.
Got it. Healthy fat's good, processed fat's bad. And the last one.
And finally, seventh, prioritize gut health. Your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, plays an enormous and often underestimated role in your metabolism and inflammation levels.
How do we support it?
Support it with diverse fiber-rich foods. Think a rainbow of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes. Also include fermented foods like plain yogurt or kefir, which contain beneficial bacteria.
And what to avoid?
And of course, steer clear of processed junk food, artificial sweeteners, things that can disrupt this delicate gut ecosystem. A healthy gut truly translates to a healthier metabolism.
It's really clear that these strategies aren't about quick fixes or extreme diets. They're smart, sustainable habits for long-term well-being.
Exactly.
And for a more targeted boost, you mentioned specifically incorporating certain foods.
Yes, things like omega-3 rich fish, avocado, nuts, green tea, milk thistle, and legumes seem particularly beneficial for their hormone balancing properties based on the research. Adding those in consciously can help.
So this whole deep dive, it's ultimately about understanding your own body's unique signals, right? Setting realistic goals for consistent progress, maybe seeking support from positive communities or mentors who can help you stay on track. It's a journey.
Absolutely. It's about empowerment through understanding.
So by truly understanding the frustrating yo-yo effect, the nuances of metabolic dysfunction, and the incredible, often unseen power of your hormones, you really are empowering your body.
Yeah.
Empowering it to burn fat more efficiently, maybe finally eliminate those nagging cravings, enjoy stable, lasting energy, improve your mood, and significantly reduce your risk of chronic diseases down the road.
It's about achieving that true mind-body harmony.
Yeah, allowing you to live a stronger, healthier, and more vibrant life, just like Sarah is starting to experience. Now she understands these connections. So here's a thought to leave you with.
Okay.
What's one small, consistent change you can implement starting today, right now, to begin recalibrating your body's compass? Will you focus on enjoying that protein-rich breakfast within an hour of waking tomorrow?
Or maybe that post-meal walk.
Yeah, taking a gentle 15-minute walk after your next meal. Or maybe dedicating just 5 minutes tonight to a calming pre-sleep ritual, something small. Remember, every single choice you make to balance your metabolism is a powerful step towards a stronger, healthier, and more